Hi everyone, my name is Terra and I'm from the grade 9C and my absent number is 10. So I'm here to do a storytelling about a folklore story.
The Blind Giants. At Dalton, near Thirsk, in Yorkshire, there is a mill. It has quite recently been rebuilt, but when I was at Dalton 6 years ago, the old building stood. In front of the house was a long mound which went by the name of the Giant's Grave. And in the mill, you can see a long plate of iron, something like a sciencey plate, but not curved, which was called the giant's knife. Because of a very curious story which is told of this knife, would you like to hear it? Well, it isn't very long. So there once lived a giant at this mill who had only one eye in the middle of his forehead, and he ground man's bone to make his bread. One day, he captured on a pillmoor a lad named Jack, and instead of grinding him in the mill, he kept him grinding as his servant, and never let him get away. Jack served the giant for 7 years, and never was allowed a holiday the whole time. At last, he couldn't bear it no longer. Top-flight fear was coming on, and Jack begged that he might be allowed to go there. But the giant said, "No, no, stop at home and mind your grinding." "I've been grinding and grinding these 7 years, and not a holiday have I had. I'll have one now, whatever you say," said the Jack. "We will see about that," replied the giant. Well, the day was hot, and after dinner, the giant lay down in the mill with his head on a sack and dozed. He had been eating in the mill and had laid down a great loaf of bone bread by his side. And the knife I told you about was in his hand, but his fingers relaxed. Jack seized the knife and holding it with both his hands drove the blade into the single eye of the giant, who woke with the whole of a good eye and starting up barred the door. Jack was again in difficulties, for he couldn't get out, but he soon found a way out of them. The giant had a favorite coat, which had also been on the ground when his master was blinded. So Jack threw the hide over his back, which looked like the giant's dog, although his dog was asleep outside in the sun. "Bow wow," says Jack. "At him, Tronchon," said the giant. "At the little wretch that I've fed these 7 years and now has blinded me." "Bow wow," says Jack again, and ran between the giant's legs on all fours, barking till he got to the door. He unlatched it and was off, and never more was seen at Tilton Mill. And the moral lesson of the story is, don't be selfish if you don't want to be betrayed by someone you trust. Thank you.